Hey man, you ever ridden a bike before? Heck yeah, dude. Because that's not how you ride a bike. Holy fucking shit! Let me ask you a question. What do all of these things have in common?
Family.
You're right. They're terribly slow. In comparison to this legend, if only he didn't choose white as a paint scheme. Everybody hates painting white. We embark on a brief exploration of his life, delving into his origins, his role in the Great Crusade, his defiance against Horus's treachery, and his ultimate disappearance into the cosmic unknown.
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye.
And by the end of this, I will prove to you why Jaghatai Khan deserves the utmost respect when compared to his other Primarchs. For example, when Angron was doing stuff like this...
That's a lot of damage!
It's really not that much damage. Khan was doing stuff like this! Woohoo! Yeah! It's so awesome! What was Mortarion up to?
And it turns out to be one of those farts that would strip the varnish off a footlocker. A fart that could end a marriage.
Okay, that's gross. Back to the Khan! Fantastic! And let's see what a conversation with Perturabo would look like.
The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite, surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing, in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with the panametric fam. The lineup consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes, so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented.
Okay, show me the Khan. On the mundane planet of Mundus Planus, later named Tragiris after the forging of the White Scars, Jaghatai Khan's origins bear a striking resemblance to the nomadic warriors of ancient Earth, and his origin story resembles that of so many other heroes. His people embrace a culture of horsemanship, swiftness, and a warrior's code. Though he was the most powerful man on the planet, he was never one to brag or boast about his abilities, which means no one really knew of his capability in combat unless they had witnessed it for themselves personally. When he eventually showed his skill to his fellow brothers in the Horus Heresy, they had no idea what they were up against, as he kept his skills and mastery of speed a secret. It would be like fighting Goku and then not knowing he could go Super Saiyan. Jaghatai's exceptional speed and prowess singled him out amongst his fellow Primarchs. His story of home planet conquest is a fairly familiar one, if you leave out the fact that he slaughtered his rivals down to every single woman and child. But once the Emperor shows up, he proves how badass he actually is. Instead of being a typical bootlicker like many other Primarchs, he meets the Emperor and starts making deals, forcing the Emperor to compromise to ensure his home planet stays true to its heritage and its ideals, instead of becoming another nameless husk. After being granted his legion, the Star Hunters, Jaghatai Khan the Star Hunters? What? That's right. His legion was originally the Star Hunters, but he felt that because his legion was spread so thin and unfamiliar with their fellow brethren, they needed to be reunited and bound under his command, and he did so with a little bit of a rebranding.
Literally.
Reuniting his scattered legion, he brings them all back to Tragiris, and they undergo a brutal bonding experience called the Blooding, wherein your splintered faction of Star Hunters gets to choose a particular symbol to represent your own individuality within the Legion, and then you
Carve that symbol into your face.
And thus, the White Scars are born. Jaghatai's leadership cultivated loyalty, and his legion, like a cosmic tempest, unleashed fury upon his enemies. Jaghatai Khan honed his people's traditions into a deadly art of warfare. With hit-and-run tactics and lightning assaults, the White Scars became a force of unrelenting speed, often appearing when least expected and disappearing before the opposition could even respond. And now we have a demonstration of some of the tactics. Here is Mike on a bike. Go ahead whenever you're ready, Mike. So here we have Mike and Steve on a motorbike. They're going to show off some of the hit-and-run tactics that White Scars usually employ. Take it away, guys!
Now that's a lot of damage!
One of my favorite Khan moments is from the book Warhawks of Chogiris, when the Khan receives his flagship after a lengthy show-off of the ship's capabilities. The Silent Khan talks to one of the Magos who created this fine vessel, and I quote, "I want double the plasma capacity on those primary manifolds. I want the boost lines shortened. I don't give an adu's shit for warp drives, for they are the matter of dreams and mumbling. But I want speed from my real space engines. I want this thing to boost from nothing to full burn in the time it takes for one of my chosen to draw their curved blade. I want to be moving before my enemies have given thought to my intentions. I want to be moving before the gods themselves have registered my presence in the heavens. You will do this, you will make this vessel, and you will do it perfectly within 12 of these lunar months." The Khan doesn't settle for what we would consider fast. He has a need for speed. Underground. During the Great Crusade, Jaghatai Khan and his White Scars proved pivotal in the expanding of the Imperium's reach, breaking through fortified positions and bringing worlds under Imperial rule. His personal sense of honor and respect shaped interactions with other Primarchs, creating both camaraderie and friction. As the Horus Heresy tore the galaxy apart, Jaghatai Khan found himself facing an agonizing choice. While some Primarchs turned traitor and aligned with the War Master Horus, Jaghatai stood by the Emperor, refusing to bow to Horus's rebellion. He led the Scars in a desperate attempt to reach Terra and aid the defense against Horus's forces during the siege of Terra. Despite his loyalty, Jaghatai Khan's story takes a mysterious turn. During the climactic battle on Terra, he received news of the Emperor's mortal wounding and the internment upon the Golden Throne. In an unprecedented move, Jaghatai and his legion vanished into a vast cosmic rift known as the Great Rift. Whether this was a tactical retreat, a search for answers, or an introspective quest remains unknown. The specific reason for Jaghatai's departure from Terra after the Siege of Terra, which marks the climax of the Horus Heresy, is not explicitly stated, though it might have something to do with chasing down a little bit of this. There are some theories and hints provided in the lore that shed light on his decision to leave Terra and venture into the cosmic unknown. One factor may have been his loyalty to the Emperor. One of the primary factors that influenced Jaghatai Khan's actions was his unswerving loyalty to the Emperor of Mankind. During the Siege of Terra, after learning of the Emperor's grave injuries, Jaghatai Khan may have felt that his duty to the Imperium was far from over. His departure may have been a result of his belief that there were still battles to fight and enemies to vanquish in the name of the Emperor. Jaghatai Khan could also be discontent with imperial politics. Throughout the Horus Heresy, Jaghatai Khan was known for his independent nature and his reluctance to involve himself with political intrigues. He preferred the freedom of the battlefield and the straightforwardness of combat. It is possible that he grew disillusioned with the political maneuverings and power struggles within the Imperium, prompting him to seek a different path away from Terra. He may also have been on a quest for enlightenment. Jaghatai Khan was also known for his philosophical and introspective nature, not just for a whole bunch of this awesome stuff. He sought to understand the mysteries of the universe and the nature of humanity's place within it. After the horrors of the Horus Heresy and the Siege of Terra, he might have felt compelled to embark on a personal journey of discovery and enlightenment, seeking answers to questions that weighed on his heavy mind. But nonetheless, he entered the Great Rift, a massive tear in the fabric of reality. Emerging in the aftermath of the Horus Heresy, it divided the galaxy and created a chaotic and unpredictable region of space. Some speculate that Jaghatai Khan and his White Scars ventured into the Great Rift to explore its mysteries, confront threats that emerged from it, or to find a way to mend the fractures in reality caused by the heresy. As a Primarch, Jaghatai Khan was not only a military leader, but a symbol of hope and inspiration. It's possible that he saw himself as a guardian of the Imperial ideals, even in the face of its darkest moments. By departing from Terra, he might have intended to preserve his Legion's legacy and remain a symbol of resistance against the forces of chaos and darkness. In summary, while the exact reason for Jaghatai Khan's departure from Terra remains open to interpretation, a combination of loyalty to the Emperor, a desire for personal enlightenment, a distaste for political maneuverings, and a commitment to preserving the Imperium's legacy likely played roles in his decision to venture into the cosmic unknown after the siege of Terra. The Khan also had a vendetta against those pesky Drukhari, who had the audacity to mess with his beloved homeworld, Chogiris. Khan's enigmatic disappearance embodies the enigma that is this character. His legacy endures in the stories of his Legion and the legends of his swiftness. Some believe he leads a covert campaign against the enemies of humanity from within the warp. Others speculate that he seeks lost knowledge in the darkest corners of the cosmos. Perhaps, like a shooting star across the night sky, his presence is felt when we need it most. Jaghatai Khan's saga is a testament to the depth and complexity of the Warhammer 40K universe. His unyielding loyalty, his fierce honor, and his unfathomable speed paint a portrait of a being that defies understanding. As the galaxy continues to burn with war, chaos, and despair, the legacy of the Primarch of the White Scars remains a beacon of hope. A reminder that even in the darkest times, there are those who will stand tall, swift, and unyielding. I believe the Khan will return. And I thank you for watching. And if you have enjoyed this video, please check out a few more of my lore-style videos that you can find right here. Thank you all so much for getting to the end of this video. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what you think about the Great Khan.